Hey guys, this is Michael Myers 101, and as you've probably seen, the Halloween Ends trailer dropped a couple of days ago. Dropped a little bit early because I guess some people were leaking it out, so they just had to put it out there kind of like before. I guess this is kind of becoming a tradition now. But anyway, at least we all got the trailer finally. I know a lot of people have been, wondering where it is, kind of bugging them about it, hounding the filmmakers about it and everything. So glad it finally came out. There really wasn't too much going on in the trailer. That was really seemed like more of a teaser trailer, and I think a lot of people were happy about that, especially after what happened with Halloween Kills, where a lot of people, myself included, felt like the trailer really showed like too much, kind of showed like a bunch of the kills and kind of what was going to happen. So you already kind of knew some of the scares like going into it. You were like already expecting it. So I'm glad they kind of cut a lot of that out in this trailer at least. But I felt that really the main thing to talk about was actually the synopsis that came out with the trailer. That I'm not sure if a lot of people saw. I know some people have been talking about it in their videos, but it seems like other people didn't notice it because they were still kind of questioning some of the details that have actually been officially established in the synopsis now. So I was going to read through the synopsis and kind of talk about my thoughts of it. So let's get started here. This was put out on the Facebook page for the official Halloween movies Facebook page, and kind of was basically added as a comment along with the trailer as a video below it. So let's take a look at the synopsis here. This Halloween, their saga ends. Hashtag Halloween ends. This is Laurie Strode's last stand. So after 45 years, the most acclaimed, revered horror franchise in film history reaches its epic, terrifying conclusion as Laurie Strode faces off for the last time against the embodiment of evil, Michael Myers. In a final confrontation unlike any captured on screen before, only one of them will survive. And I thought that last line was really interesting. That's definitely a huge hint of what's going to be happening in this movie, that one of them's going to get killed. Seems like either Laurie or Michael. We don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, it seems like definitely some some very high stakes in this one, as it should be, since it's the end of this trilogy and supposedly the end of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. Icon Jamie Lee Curtis returns for the last time as Laurie Strode, horror's first final girl, and the role that launched Curtis's career. Curtis has portrayed Laurie for more than 4 decades now, one of the longest actor-character pairings in cinema history. When the franchise relaunched in 2018, Halloween shattered box office records, becoming the franchise's highest-grossing chapter, and set a new record for the box office opening weekend for a horror film starring a woman. I didn't know that, actually, but I did know it was a pretty big deal, made a lot of money. And I remember I believe it was the Rotten Tomatoes roundup kind of summary for 2018, they talked about how they kind of credited Halloween 2018 for reviving the slasher genre. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Then it says, 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison, Andy Matichak, and is finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after allowing the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, Rohan Campbell, the Hardy Boys' Virgin River, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. So, I mean, that definitely right there establishes, 4 years after. I know there was kind of some talk about that. I think the director had actually said that there would be a time jump. I'm not sure if he said exactly how much it would be, but now we know that it will be 4 years. I know some people were still kind of questioning that. But yeah, that means that we know it will be taking place in the present day, basically on Halloween 2022. 4 years after the previous 2 movies, which took place in 2018. And then we can also see, I guess it'll kind of be a different a different attitude for Laurie also. She's kind of just putting all this behind her and trying to just, live life. That's, really different from, I guess, the Lauries that we've seen in Halloween 2018, where she's really, ready to go, ready to, kill Michael and everything, and, thinking about it all the time, and also different from her in H2O, where she's just kind of living in fear, like constantly like terrified of Michael, trying to hide from him all the time. So this is going to be, seems like a really different version of Laurie. So I'm glad they're doing something different, not just kind of doing the same thing they've done before. And also, I like this kind of idea of this other character coming in, this other person that's being accused of a crime. I don't know if we've really like seen that before, where there's some other person that's being accused of being a killer in this in this series. So I think that'll be a, kind of an interesting dynamic. I wonder if maybe we'll get some other villains. Maybe this person will be a villain also, kind of like we've had with Dr. Wynn or Dr. Sartain. I think that's kind of a cool dynamic, even though I know a lot of people complained about the way they executed that idea with Dr. Sartain. But I think it's, an interesting dynamic, adds something different. You're not like just worrying about Michael. There's like other people to worry about. Kind of, adds another dimension to it. It says Halloween Ends co-stars returning cast Will Patton as Officer Frank Hawkins, Kyle Richards as Lindsay Wallace, and James Jude Courtney as the Shape. So definitely glad to see all of them back. I really like all of their characters. I know everyone loves James Jude Courtney as the Shape. People are I've just seen a lot of compliments for the way he's portrayed it. I think that's been great. I love Officer Hawkins, and it's great that we have Lindsay Wallace back again. I wish like we would have seen even more of Kyle Richards in the previous one, along with Will Patton also. So I'm glad that we're getting to see more of them now, especially after a lot of the old like legacy characters kind of got killed off really quick. I felt in the previous movie. So hopefully they kind of get some some more screen time in this one, and they're able to kind of have some cool scenes fighting Michael. All right, and then we've just got kind of list of different people that are working on the film. So yeah, I'm glad that they put this out since there really wasn't much detail given in the teaser trailer. Wasn't really much dialogue or anything, so you wouldn't even really know that this is taking place in the future or anything like that. So glad that they put this out, and I hope this kind of cleared things up if you hadn't seen this description, the synopsis yet. I hope this makes things more clear. But let me know what you guys think. If you're excited to see this movie, what'd you think of the trailer? Do you think it gave away too much or too little, or you think it was perfect? And see you guys soon. Got a lot of stuff coming up as we've got a new Halloween movie coming out this year. Planning on making a ton of videos, so look forward to getting started with those, and I'll see you guys soon.